it's your boy Connor Smith here to talk about some smooth sex myths.
Hey, this is Liam here. I'm here to talk about sex myths on the first ever SLHS Wellness podcast. We have received many responses from our survey from the student body and faculty. If you still have any questions after listening, please visit stayteen.org for more information and answers.
Hey now, we're gonna transition real quick like into our first sex myth, which is you pee out of your vagina.
Alright, let's talk about why this sex myth is not true. First, we have to talk about the female anatomy. Your urethra, which is the tube that you pee out of, is located above your vagina and under your clitoris. You can only pee out of your urethra.
Hey, we're gonna talk about the pull-out method now. Now, some of you may think that you the pull-out kings, but I'll tell you what, that method don't work.
So this is Drew Surgeon here, and I'm going to talk about the pull-out method. Actually, there is something called pre-cum before you actually come, and that actually contains sperm in it, just like cum does. And 27% of women who use this method a year get pregnant.
Hey now, it's time to discuss the infamous double bag. Now remember boys, 2 condoms does not mean more protection. In fact, that extra friction can cause rips, tears, and unwanted chillings.
Even if your Christmas wrapping skills are on point, nothing works better than a condom. Saran wrap is not a reliable solution to the situation.
Hey, now let's have a discussion about hot tubs.
Many people believe that having sex in any body of water can't lead to pregnancy, including a hot tub. But these people are wrong. You can absolutely get pregnant while having submerged sex. The semen doesn't just wash away.
Hey, now as a man with a size 15 shoe, it hurts to say it, but the size of your foot does not affect the size of your dick. I am, of course, the exception.
There are no lovemaking positions that can influence the gender of your baby. Cowgirl does not give you a girl, and missionary will not give you a boy.
Oral sex is in fact real sex, and you can get an STD from it.
Now boys, if you touch yourself at night, your palms won't get hairy, and you won't go blind. Furthermore, having sex won't cause the dome to fall off into another dimension. Don't worry.
You may think boys must think about sex way more than girls, but in reality, girls think about sex just as much as boys.
People always ask the question, does your vagina get looser after lots of sex? No matter how sexually active you are and how many different size partners you have, your vagina is designed to adjust to anything and return to its normal state.
Another myth is that douching is good for your vagina. What you guys wouldn't actually know is that your vagina is acidic and soap is basic. So when you put soap down there, you mess up the pH of your vagina.
You can get pregnant after abortions. There's 2 kinds of abortions, early term and late term. The body will continue normal cycle once you remove the embryo with either one.
Now, foods such as oyster and strawberries won't directly cause you to enter the state of mind for a grind, but the placebo effect can trigger an erotic memory that may do just that. Yeah.
Some people believe that having sex while pregnant will injure the baby. This isn't true. The fetus is held in the uterus, which is completely separate from the birth canal.
Hey, now we're going to introduce a special guest star today, Patricia Preston, teacher of the wellness class. Come on down, Patricia.
Hey folks, this is Mrs. Preston. I'm sitting here with my wellness students working on their first podcast related to sexual myths and facts. They've asked me to speak for a moment about virginity. What is virginity? Well, I don't know. It's a perplexing sort of word. Virginity means something different for everyone. Where did it originate? Good question. Probably a long time ago, before we knew anything about anything. Virginity has a lot of connotations. For women, I think it's thought most of all to the fact that if a woman has intercourse, penetrating intercourse in the vaginal area, that is the loss of virginity. When the hymen is broken, which is an opening of, or a flap of skin actually that's within the vagina that when anything actually is penetrated into that area, that skin can be torn. Um, in some cultures still today, the loss of virginity has a lot of value and meaning for a woman. If she were to become married and still be a virgin at her marriage, the consummation of marriage happens the night that they are wed, and there's remnants of the fact that she was a virgin, meaning that there might be blood found on the sheets and areas like that. But that's a cultural thing, and that's really important in a lot of cultures, and it's valued. I think women value their sense of self a lot. Most women do anyway, I would think. And for men, virginity it means something very different because they don't have a vagina, they don't have a hymen. It's more of an experience, and it can be with either sex. Okay, it can be heterosexual or homosexual. If you want to think of losing your virginity as the first time a sexual act occurs. But what is a sexual act? There are many ways to look at sexual acts. Okay, so I think the students are kind of answering some of those questions along the way of what is a sexual act, what is sex, what is the loss of your virginity. And again, it means different things for different women, or for different genders, I should say. For guys, sometimes it's a rewarding thing. It's a pat on the back, like you did it. You're a man now. For women, it might mean something very different, and it might be a very scary situation for both men and women. I think that if you want to know more about virginity, what it means for you, you need to look deep within yourself, and you need to ask those questions of how much you value that. You also need to look into the origin of the word. Where does it come from? What does it mean? And it's going to mean something different for everyone. So, not sure that I answered your question for you, but we'll let it go with that. Thanks.
A lot of people ask, can you get pregnant from your first time? Absolutely. You can get pregnant as soon as you start ovulating or releasing eggs. This happens before your first period. So the only thing that can protect you is a condom.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you have any more questions, you can visit stayteen.org for more information.
Oh yeah, that concludes our sex myths for today. So I'll see you later, and have a good one from all of us in the wellness class.